Hello, hello again. I'm volume down on this. Oh wow. Okay, this gym is full. I had just put one in here earlier. Let's see. Okay. Let's see whose blissy that is. Hey, look at it. It's mine. Let's see who else is in here. Do I know these people? Lapras. Yeah, I don't actually know any of those people. Huh. And I'm gonna hold off on catching everything but this guy. Cyndaquil. I haven't seen this guy spawn. Actually, let me throw an Ultra Ball. I'm gonna head out, do a little more Pokemon GO after dark. Now it's a bad spot. Come on. I'm just gonna go. I still follow 3 strikes you roll out. Well, maybe I'll do one more. Because this guy is, well, I don't normally see Cyndaquil. What? Alright, I'll catch it this time. By the way, how do you guys like my Deoxys raid? I was thinking of actually editing that footage as well. Although it doesn't really need it. I mean, it was pretty self-explanatory. Big hype. Lots of people, 60 people. There are 20. Oh no. Yeah, there's 60 people. It went in with just Instinct, and Instinct controlled the gym. We had 10 people in our raid. Is it 10? Maybe 12. Maybe 12. I can't remember. We beat it with like much less than a quarter of the clock. Not even. It was pretty close. So yeah, Mystic 7 lucked out with JT Gillies' raid pass. So for a second I thought, I was gonna get jump one in before he did, but nope, he squeaked by. But I'm glad he got it. It looks like he had fun doing it, and he didn't look he looked a lot more relaxed doing the film. He better watch out. He's going to become like the poster child of like, this is what happens to you when you play too much Pokemon Go. Don't be like this guy. But that's all in fun. I'm glad I've been active a lot on this Discord, helping people out and talking. And I'm glad he's spending time with his family, which is important. And I'm really glad he did that. That spending time with actual friends and family and people, that are close to him, that know him, versus just fans and people that just know of him, like the majority of Discord. I mean, most of the people in Discord. Well, let me ask you this: what is his favorite food? What's his favorite comic book? What's his favorite color? And this is stuff that I bet you 95% of people don't even know this. I'm not saying I do, but you gotta think. You say that we are family, but he has his real family, and sometimes you just need to spend time with your real family. Get home cooked meals, or nieces, nephews, or old haunts like your favorite mother, father, daughter, son, brother, sister. Family could be lifelong friends. People that you grew up with. And yes, people in Discord being extended family. But there are different levels. It's like there's different types of love. There are different types of family. And I remember when Nick had to take some time off because of his issues. We're all human. we're not immune or robots. We can't just keep on producing and expect things not to affect you. You know, as much as we can say YouTube is great and all, but it's not guaranteed success. There's a lot of people even to this day that are on YouTube that are struggling to get their channels up, and well, I'm not going to say they're never going to be successful because I'm not going to be negative, but there are higher probabilities for some channels versus others, and a lot of it just has to do with other things. I mean, people have full-time jobs, full-time families, situations where YouTube can't always be there, and maybe that needs to change. Maybe a different platform. Who knows? I mean, I'm not one to argue or quibble at that point. Yes, I use quibble. That's the vocabulary word of the day. Quibble. Look it up. So, more power to those that are taking time. It's like calling in sick at work. You have a cold, you have a flu, you have something that's contagious. Obviously, especially if you're in a closed environment or an environment where there's a lot of people, stay home, get healthy. Because if you get everyone else sick, well, think of it this way: if you come into work sick and you say, "Oh, I'll tough it out," no, you're not going to tough it out. What you're going to do is you're going to get everyone else sick, and suddenly you're going to have to do 4 or 5 different people's jobs because you're covering for them when they're sick, and then you're healthy. Now you have to do all their work, so you're just adding more stress to yourself, creating a vicious cycle. Now, this may not be popular, but I would say that if you have vacation days or sick days, if I was a boss, I would completely authorize a mental health day. Of course that can be abused, obviously. That can easily be abused. But so can regular sick days. So can anything. Anything in this world can be abused if the wrong people have it. But should that necessitate it's something existing or not? Absolutely not. Just because someone can doesn't mean someone will. And also means that something should not be available just because some people can abuse it. Circling back to what I was saying, I am a full believer in mental health days as being a sick day. If you're going through, and I'm not talking about like if someone died in the family, that's obvious. Some places don't cover people that have to go to funerals and all that stuff, and that's horrendous. I don't agree with that at all. If someone very close to you dies, and you're not abusing it, someone close to you dies, take the time you need. I just wish I could be like a billionaire and say, you know what, if your boss isn't covering you for like your parent dying and you need to do what you need to do, you're taking a week off, I'll cover your wage for that week because your idiotic company won't do it. But unfortunately, I don't have the resources to do that. I wish I did so I could do that, but that's a little bit beyond me. But back to what I was saying, mental health days are important. Now, those that are hard workers, good workers, they'll do hard work, they'll do the best they can, but there will be days when you had like everything doesn't work right, things are breaking left and right, customers are horrible to you, your boss is irritated, you try to fix problems, but then something breaks because it's your fault. Someone comes down in your neck and say, "Hey, what do you do?" The numbers are off, the data's off, everything goes wrong, and it hits the fan, you get written up, and all sorts of crazy stuff happens. There will be days like that. Now, will there be a lot of days like that? I hope not. If there are, then there's other issues. That's a little bit beyond the scope of this. But in a work, let's say in 3 to 6 months, you have a day like that. As a boss, I'd say that it'd be perfectly acceptable to take the next day off as a mental health day, because the way I figure, if you have a day like that, it's going to take time for you to recover to be back to working order, in the sense that you could be proficient and and productive. And if you need a day where you just you sleep in, you get something good to eat, you relax at home, go exercise, do whatever you need to do, and then you come back the next day and say, okay, I had a bad day, I had some time to recover, I got a fresh perspective, boom, I'm ready to go back to work. I think that's perfectly fair. Now, a lot of companies will say, oh, no, that's horrible. Like, yeah, well, not every company is successful. Not every company will make, even if you're a company that pushes your people hard and you do that, and you make billions, say, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Yeah, you can say you make $50 billion a year, and you can blow and say, yeah, I don't need any of that stuff. And you probably don't. But think of it this way, and you may not even be thinking about it. What if, by just implementing what I've just suggested into your policy, instead of making $50 billion a year, you made $120 billion a year? You may not think like, oh, I'm making plenty of money, I don't have to do that, you know? And so they can glow and say, yeah, we can treat our employees like crap because we're making so much money. But the fact of the matter is, it's been proven that treating your employees well will make you a lot more money. And you know, even for the greedy types, they can't ignore that. Will they do that? Of course not, because a lot of people don't like sudden changes. Yeah, sorry about that. I've kind of grown off on tangents on this because I've been helping a lot with Mystic 7's Discord. So I've been in the helping mode of trying to sort people's. And one thing, and I hope some of you guys watching this are from the Mystic Discord that are helpers. Take care of yourself. I'm talking about to the helpers. Take care of yourself. Because it's so easy to get into helping so many different people's problems. Now, of course, a lot of people may not be actual physicians, so this may not work. But there's an old phrase saying, physician, heal thyself. But that's applicable to this. If you're spending time on the Discord helping people out, take time to play the game. Take time to vent your problems. Take time to be just who you are. Because every psychologist knows that if you spend too much time helping other people, you can drive yourself into a corner psychologically and stress yourself out. It's just a piece of advice that I've learned from other people, actual psychologists who look at the statistics of how many psychologists have actual mental problems. It's because they're always constantly helping other people, and they're never given a chance to help themselves or get themselves. Hey! Oh, thank you. I always try to do my my Pokemon GO stuff with a little more than just a game. I try to do something different. I mean, you know, Nick has his intellectual and his studies and mathematical and research. Pokemon GO Holly is the AR queen. You know, Mystic 7 is like the comical entertainment, and Reversal is just kind of like the all-around badass. I want to do something where it's more introspective. That's why I have this Pokemon GO After Dark, because it literally is dark here, so it fits. But also the double meaning of After Dark being talking about things that you normally wouldn't talk about, and kind of like the Discord where you're sharing feelings and expressions, talking about the Pokemon GO community in a more serious light of being careful with who you're with, you know, social aspects and stuff that people either take it for granted or don't even think about. And I try to be a little more insightful. Thanks for joining. It's great to have people commenting and such. I do this not for me, but for you guys. And yeah, and I could catch Pokemon and do raids. Why does this keep on popping up? I don't know. So I'm indiscriminately taking these gyms down. I went through a section and got some gyms. I won't say where because some of my watchers are actually from the local Pokemon GO community, so it'd be kind of like a little unfair to me, like, oh, if they know I'm doing stuff. Oh, thank you, dude. Well, I try to make things entertainment, insightful. Try to be. Oh, who should I put in here? Oh, yeah, I know who I'll put here. Just because I caught... which one? Yeah, I'll put this guy in here. Him with his leak. I got this hatched from an egg. Yeah, I don't trust that whole gray, white gym thing. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I go on to the server to help, and I do like helping. But for those that are helping others, you really need to take time away just to play the game, because if you're constantly helping other people, it's so easy to get pulled in. One other thing, and just a note for those that may not realize this, there are some people around this time. It's called seasonal. I think it's called seasonal depression disorder, where the winter seasons and the colder seasons, a lot of people start feeling down. They may not know why, but if you're always like the middle of October to November, every year you start feeling more and more depressed or sad. It could be that. Yeah, I caught that 666. It could be seasonal depression disorder, where just the changing, like you feel great in the summer, but feel kind of down in winter time. Reason being is, I experienced that to a minor degree. Like whenever the mid-October to November comes around, I notice a difference in my mood. Now I know of it, so I can attest to it and acknowledge it and work around it. But it's still something that a lot of people go through. And those that are on the Discord will take a look at like how you're feeling now versus how you're feeling a few months ago. A lot of people may think, oh, it's because I go back to school. And a lot of times that is. School can be a very stressful thing, and something that can be an easy trigger, because especially high school, I didn't have a good high school experience for various reasons. But I lived, I survived it. And why is this guy giving me trouble? Really? Come on, okay. But a lot of times it could also be the seasonal depression disorder, because September, August, September, October is roughly when a lot of people come back to school, and that could fit in the timing of that. It could compound the issue. And now there may be some psychologists who may inaccurately diagnose this issue. I'm not saying they're all going to do it, but just something to consider. Consider like a part of your tools of deciphering who you are and what you are, and how I can fight the various different things that are coming across your path. Okay, let's clear this out and go. I'm going to do a roundabout to the other gym, and a Pokestop, and then go to the real gym. Oh. Okay, got that. Spheal. I need to get rid of these spheals. Let me just check something here. Oh, well, now everyone knows which gyms I have. 3, 6, okay. But hopefully those that are actually on Discord in my local area are probably mostly asleep. Oh, well, now I'm streaming. I could do this. We live on the same planet. We breathe the same air. So instead of we encounter similar things. I wish I could. Here, let me. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I agree 100%. If we focus on, because we're all human, except for maybe those that are, I won't go into conspiracy theories. That's a whole other chat, and all the different alien species and all that. But yeah, we are all human. And why is this doing this? Hold on. That's weird. I'm just checking to see if there's any. Okay. screen recorder can do weird things. Yeah, but you're absolutely right. If we all celebrate our similarities, I mean, and even if we look at our quote unquote differences, it's not really that different. I think a lot of times we create our own issues. We create our own differences where it doesn't exist. We all have a circulatory system. We all have brains. We all have various taste buds and emotional things. And we all, no matter how tough someone acts, we're not robots. We're our physical human beings. Again, I'm staying away from the conspiracy theory. But yeah, so we need to celebrate our similarities and not our differences. And I used to work in an industry where I literally dealt with people 24/7 in different cultures. From Somalia, I'm trying to think of more extreme ones, like Somalia, Afghanistan, Madagascar, Guam, Kiribati, Iran, Djibouti, Kenya, Pakistan, Papua New Guinea. I mean, places that aren't typically known. And I was able to communicate with all those people. Now, there were some language barriers, of course, but we all had something similar in common. And it was the work that we were doing. And talking about the different things. Let's see, I like Pokemon GO because it doesn't matter where you're from, we have the same experience. Yeah, that's true. We all are catching the same thing. We're all using the same materials and tools, and we're all concise in one game. We all have legendaries that we're trying to catch and shinies that we're trying to chase after. And let's see. Hey, good job with your field research. It looks like we've learned a lot. Keep up the great work. Now, let's see what we've discovered. I wish that they didn't have his actual voice, because I can't do his voice. All right, let's claim this. I know what it is. 2,000 Stardust. All right, and nice little chunk of experience. Not so mysterious Pokemon. Seasween. All right, yeah, IVs are, wow. IVs are what they are for this guy. You can't really look too much into it. You know what this guy's good for? Practicing excellent curves. Oh, it keeps... What? That was peculiar. Alright. I'm not too worried about this guy. Come on. Oh, I wish he would settle down a little bit so I can just practice. Excellent curve. And look at that size. Yeah. The Meltan. I still want to call him Nutto. I still like the name Nutto. It's a lot more, There we go. Let's see what it actually looks like. Okay, actually not bad. Not really relevant in the meta, but, it's legendary. I'm not going to... Alright. Now I'll grab that spot in that other gym. Nutto sounds like home. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I mean, Meltan's cool and all. Let me see how far back I can get. It's a little bit. Just to get out of this car. Yeah. Yeah, Meltan, I mean, I get it. It's just, it'd be kind of cool if, like, Niantic said, hey, we're going to release a Pokemon, and then everyone creates a name, like they did Nutto, for instance. And with the idea of, let's just going to throw this Pokemon out there, and let's see what people call it. And as long as it's not offensive, we'll call it whatever they call it. But they didn't do that. That would have been cool, though, if we start calling it Nutto, and then they actually did that based on popular vote, and we're like, wow, we actually named something. And then You know what? That would have been really cool because it would have immersed us into the community even more. Because we would have had made that name, like the Pokemon GO players. It would be forever in the Pokemon legacy. You know, the day that the hunters found a new Pokemon and actually created a name based on, you know, properties. But yeah, you know, maybe someone should like write a fan fiction about Noto. You know, the Noto that was, the Meltan that is, kind of thing, or something. You know, I mean, so many people made plushies. They drew it. They made little videos. I mean, it's already out there. It exists. No, I'm not near it, but I did find about 10 minutes away from here. There's actually a small little whalmer nest, which I might have to try to visit tomorrow, as long as, well, I kind of got to be careful. My brakes are wearing down. And there's 2 cars here? It's 3:30 in the morning. What are these cars doing here? I mean, I know this guy, but what the heck? Yeah, no, this car is just someone that's just parked here. I think this car here. Alright, well, I'm just going to check that because I don't see. Oh. Naruto will be our Pokemon. Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready for Gen 4. Ooh. This guy. Well, I'm glad I came here. Although it's 29, but still. I do have the new research where I need to trade a Pokemon for Phoebus. I'm looking for a high percentage Phoebus. This guy, I don't expect him to be. But it's good for the candies. Actually, it's very good for the... yeah, let me just trade him. So that's good. Wow, that was very surprising. All right, let me take this gym out. Whoa, ha! Look at it. It's so wide. It's wigging out the gym. Interesting choices. Let me see if I could take it out with just. Well, I'll probably wind up using 2. I'm gonna try just doing 1. Let's see. Nope, missed a dodge. That's okay. Huh. Oh, sorry. Well, you're not. It's not. You got your area to cover, and I'll take care of this area. Who would put an Altaria in here? There's been a lot of Swablues lately, so that's kind of an interesting choice. Well, in this area, Instinct is definitely the minority. It's actually pretty even keel between Valor and Mystic. Mystic is like further down. They're big further down. Up here, it's a lot of Valor. If I were to go up further, a little further away, it's in the promenade, which is kind of like this shopping mall restaurant area. It's pretty even keel. It's usually there's 3 gyms there, and unless someone's acting a little greedy, usually it's like 1 Instinct, 1 Mystic, and 1 Valor. It's actually kind of cool. It's like even Steven. Well, Mystic sometimes tries to take over, and you know, but Instinct has done that as well. So it's a give and take. Yeah. Oh, really? It's all about Mystic? Yeah, people do that. They put in like, I mean, I've seen like Weedles and like really odd and low CP ones too. So it's like it may be like 200 CP, but you still have to take it 2 or 3 times. It's like, I mean, it's quick. It was like, man, it's just kind of annoying. This Salamence is no joke. Now, was I able to... Yep, sold it with just my Zapdos. That's what I was trying to go for. See if I could do it with one. But these were all low CP or low health, so the owners will probably be glad, like, oh, I'm gonna get my coins now, because sometimes they linger in here a little too long and they never get the coins. I've seen extra several requests like, hey, can someone kick my Pokemon out? It's been there for... There's this one gym, there's a Pokemon there for over 3 months. 90 days. And I was like, yeah, sure. And that was, I forget who that was. I'm not sure if it was Mystic or Valor on that. I can't remember. Alright, let me put something. I'll put, yeah, I know what I'll do. Just to be... Get the old Mr. Mime circling about. Alright, let me see how much damage from these 2 gyms. Yeah, I think we're all in the same boat there. Blissey is a love-hate thing, but I have to admit, they did a really good job, because before, before they changed it, Blissey was hardly ever seen or used anywhere, and now it's the one Pokemon that everybody wants for gyms. Which I'm kind of glad they did, because before that, nobody really wanted Blissey. It was kind of like Jigglypuff. It's nice to have a little pink thing, but it wasn't really... I don't know why I checked that. Okay, let's see how much distance. 4 more candies to finally evolve this guy. Let's see, 3, 6, 7 gems. And as long as I can get 50 a pop, that's more enough to get the Ultra Box, which is what I've been aiming for, is to get this, because I'm running low on premium passes. Oh yeah, I gotta send gifts out, but I will enjoy I probably enjoy 2 CP, a little bit more than Mystic 7. Yep, here it is. That's my Deoxys. Here, I'll turn up the volume just a little bit so you can hear it. It was actually an easy fight, to be honest. It was a 10 to 12 man, and it took less than like one. It was like a little under a quarter of the clock left. It went real quick. So Deoxys is out. The hype is out. It's the new mythical, or sorry, new mythical. It's the new it's the new thing. So everybody, but now I have a feeling that now it's been out for a while. Boy, there's some weird spawns here. After about, I'd say give it well, actually beginning October 24th, 1528, 5, and we had some, yeah. Well, they've been playing. They say that you can duo the normal, at least the normal type. You can duo it, and I could see it. 2 people can take down Deoxys, especially with the catch rate. I think this is going to be one that's it's good right now, and it's the new thing. But give it a couple months, and Deoxys will be. I mean, it won't be stale. at least for a while, because I mean people will still do Mewtwo, you know, and even now they're still doing Mewtwo, but I think for the 3 weeks into the end of the Mewtwo thing is perfect timing. It'll start slowing down, and I have a feeling it's going to be a Gen 4. Well, my guess is Gen 4 Ghost and Dark type for Halloween, but I could be wrong. They could just be doing another thing. I'm really excited for the Beldum though, because I'll show you this. I only have 6 candy. This is an 87%. So this guy is ripe for when the event happens. Yeah, so this guy, when I start catching him, he's going to be a guy. Let me just start actually, just so I have it. He'll probably be the guy that I'll evolve for the move set. So I'll just need 225 for him and 1 shiny. Because I mean, yeah, if I get more shinies, obviously I'll have them all, or if I get 100%. But usually, when it comes to community day, I just want to find like 1 shiny, and maybe 1 that's like high IV, maybe 2. I'm not greedy. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I need to get as many as I can. If I get 100%, it'd be great. Because the reason why I'm like that is I'm almost maxed out. And I'm not even maxed out, like 1500 maxed out, but I gotta clear out these Aerons. Just realized that. But yeah, I'm careful with my catches. Yeah, it is. I think it's one of the few that actually looks shiny. Like, you know, it's all silvery and sparkly and stuff like that. I mean, some of these guys are good. Oh. Whiny. Okay, like out of these, I'd say Murkrow really looks. The Eevee is cool. Zapdos, you can hardly tell. Moltres, yeah, Moltres is like a deeper color, so it's kind of cool. Meganium, not really. Yes, the Dratini and the Magikarp, I think, are those that are most noticeable. But the Beldum's going to be really cool. Alright. I just realized background radio is not good. I'm probably going to get... Well, I can't be demonetized because I'm not making money. Yeah, deep fried chicken. That's perfect. When we were doing the Moltres run, we were talking about like, hey, anybody have a sudden craving for chicken? And some people didn't get it right away, but then like 5-10 minutes later, they just started laughing and like, oh, he finally got it. Like, yeah. So that's cool. Anyways, I'm going to head to the actual gym to work out for a little bit. So I'll cut this somewhat short, although I've been on for like 40 minutes. Yeah. So I'll catch you later. Yeah, just leave a comment, say hi in the Discord and all that stuff. You know, I'm always around. Yeah, so I'll catch you later. Nothing fancy here. I uploaded a video earlier. I think I will edit the Deoxys just to make it look a little snazzier. I like my little Celebi. The music selection for Celebi was cool. Yeah, take care. I'll see you later.